In this video, we're going to take a look at target number 13, exponential decay word problems. The word decay means decreasing, going down. Now, in every calculation we're making for percentages that are going either up or down, we always make that percentage calculation based on 100%. If something is increasing, we add it to 100% and then turn it into a decimal. If something is decreasing, like this is going to do, it's decaying, we subtract it from 100% and then turn it into a decimal to find our multiplier. That is the key to this strategy. Assume that a DVD loses 60% of its value every year. Loses 60%. Well, that does not mean that that's the multiplier. We need to move from 100%, so we subtract 60% and we get 40%. That means it's keeping 40% of its value. If I want to figure out what it's worth every time, I turn that into a decimal, and then I figure out that I move that back 2 places. My multiplier then, and that's what this first question asks, would be 0.4, because 40% as a decimal is 0.4. What is the value of the DVD after 1 year? Well, I know it was worth $80, so I have $80 as my initial value times 0.4, and it loses that every year, or it loses 60% a year, so that would be to the first power for 1 year. And if you multiply that out, you get $32. Okay, so it's worth $32 after 1 year. After 4 years, the only change, it starts at $80, it's multiplied by 0.4 to the 4th power, and in that case, it's a little over $2, 2.05, and you can type that in your calculator. It says write a function, v of t equals question mark to represent the value of years. Well, they want you to do is videotape, so we're going to use v of t, I guess is kind of what they're using here for the DVD. And it starts at $80, that's what it starts at, this is what it goes by, and then depending upon the number of t years goes up top. Starts at, goes by. This is your initial value, it initially was $80, and it's multiplied by 0.4 every time. And then when does the video have no value is the last question. Well, we know some things about exponential curving functions. This thing would start at 80, because that's the initial value. It's multiplying by 0.4. It's going to curve down like this. It's never going to cross 0. It's never going to hit 0, because you're always going to be taking 0.4 of some value. It's going to get super close, but never touch it. So mathematically, it's never going to hit 0. But it will drop below 1 penny. And when something drops below a penny, I guess we could call it worthless. And I believe that that happens after the 11th year. If you took 80 times 0.4 to the 11th power, you would see that you're less than a penny. If you're less than a penny, you technically are worthless. So there's a little bit of discussion there, but you do need to understand that there is an asymptote for all exponential curves, and so it will not hit or cross 0.